Welcome to a new episode of Democracy at the Crossroads. The Supreme Court of India struck a big blow for democracy yesterday when it declared the arrest of NewsClick founder editor Pravir Purakayasth illegal and set him free. Of course, it's true that the Supreme Court bench comprising Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Sandeep Mehta ordered the release of Pravir on technical, procedural grounds, on the ground that the Delhi police did not follow the clearly laid down procedures before taking Pravir into custody. The fact that the timing of the remand order was prior to the time when Purakayasth was presented before the additional sessions judge gave the game away. The remand order was supposed to have been issued on October 4 at 6 a.m. But the record showed that Pravir was presented before the trial judge, the additional sessions judge, only at 6:30 a.m. So how could the trial judge sign the remand order even before the accused was presented before him? That's not all. The Supreme Court judges sent out a clear message how this additional sessions judge is a compromised man, deeply compromised man, doing his job at the behest of the executive. As per law, the lawyer of the accused must be present while the police seeks remand. Pravir's lawyer was not there in the court as he was not informed, despite Pravir's insistence. Apparently, Pravir's lawyer was intimated about the remand through WhatsApp message at 8 a.m. That was a serious procedural lapse on the part of Delhi police. And this matter came up subsequently in Pravir's petition. The same dishonest additional sessions judge again came to the rescue of the Delhi police. A line was post facto inserted in the remand order saying that the remand application was shared with Pravir's lawyer. Look at the shenanigans of this corrupt judge. By Delhi police own evidence, the remand application was shared with Pravir's lawyer at 8 a.m. But the remand order was supposed to have been issued by the judge 2 hours before that at 6 a.m. Then how could the judge say that the remand application of Delhi police had already been shared with Pravir's lawyer? That the additional sessions judge was clearly doing fraud was asserted none other than the Supreme Court itself. The Honorable Judge Gavai wrote in his order the following: a bare perusal of the remand order is enough to satisfy us that these two lines, the lines that the remand application was shared with Pravir Purakayasth's lawyer, were subsequently inserted in the order because the script in which these two lines were written is much finer as compared to the remaining part of the order. These two lines give a clear indication of subsequent insertion, the Supreme Court judges said. What could be a bigger slap on the face of this additional sessions judge, who acted as if he was a paid agent of Delhi police, acting at its behest? The Supreme Court noted that even the FIR was made public after several days of taking Pravir into custody. The game was clear. First arrest Prabir, dismantle the news clique, and then cook up some charges. The Supreme Court laid bare this diabolical game plan, declared the arrest illegal, and ordered the release of Prabir Purakkayastha. But then we all know how vicious this government is. If it comes back to power on June 4, it will hatch another conspiracy to arrest Purakkayastha again. The public prosecutor S.B. Raju gave enough hints to that effect to the apex court yesterday. In fact, why hint? In fact, Raju told the court very openly that if Purakkayastha was released, then the Delhi police could arrest him on other grounds. A nonplussed Supreme Court responded saying that a government could do what is permitted under law. June 4 will be a decisive day to determine if what S.B. Raju threatened yesterday will actually come into operation 3 weeks later. Whether Prabir Purakkayastha will be back in jail again after June 4. We will presume Prabir will be safe till that date. As I had said in an episode the day after Prabir's arrest on October 3, Modi-Shah government will not succeed in proving the charges against most of those who are arrested under the UAPA. But for this evil duo, Modi and Shah, the process is punishment. That those who oppose the Modi regime are made to spend 1, 2 or 3 years in jail before they are released. That would be good enough warning to others to fall in line. The apex court has invariably come to the rescue of the victims of this nefarious regime, but it has come to the rescue mostly late in the day, after 2 to 3 years, that too after several rounds of appeals. In Sai Baba's case, it took almost 10 years. Stan Swami's is a glaring case. He died in judicial custody before the judges could be stirred. Prabir has been released, but NewsClick, the organization he founded, the organization that spoke truth to power, has been completely dismantled. All the electronic equipment have been taken away. The bank accounts have been frozen. The intention is the NewsClick must not be allowed to function again. It must not be in a position to point the finger at the government's acts of omission and commission. This sad chapter of Indian democracy will end if Modi and company are ousted from power on June 4th. But if they return to power that day, that too with a brute majority, then we can very well foresee the end of democracy in India in the next 5 years.